Welcome back to British Judo's After School Club. My name is Great stuff. Well done, guys. Welcome back. Good to have you all here. We're going to do a session today. We're going to have loads of fun. We're going to get sweaty, and we're going to learn a little bit more judo. Okay, so start with our usual warm-up. We're going to do some imaginary skipping. Get your skipping around. Get your imaginary skipping. And when I say hajime, we're just skipping on the spot. Nice and light, nice and soft. Okay, get ready and up and down, nice rhythm. Great stuff. And see if you can make your land nice and soft with every jump, so you make as little as possible. And in a minute, we're going to do the exact opposite, and we're going to make as much noise as possible, and we're going to bang as loud as we can. Adam can just carry on like that if you want. Okay, get ready and noise. Let's go. Yes, yes. Get that energy out of your system. And nice and soft. Nice and soft. Carry on. Okay. All right, so now we're going to keep them. We're going to hop side to side. If you've got a little line on the floor as a marker, you can hop either side of it. Just use your imagination. Great stuff. Okay, you're going to keep the same rhythm. Backwards and forwards now. Backwards and forwards. That same line if you want. Or just. Good stuff. Okay. So if you remember from the previous weeks, when I say hajime, that means go. When I say mate, that means stop. Okay. So now on in this session, I will not use the words, or try not to go and stop. I will use hajime and mate. All right. Okay. Now we are going to imagine all around us. All right. So I'm going to right in the middle of that. So if I'm looking forwards, that is going to be o'clock. To my right side is 3 o'clock. Behind me, clock, and my left side is 9 o'clock. Okay. What we start with is 2-foot jump. I will shout out whatever time. So I might shout 6 o'clock. You'll jump to 6 o'clock. Shout from here, 9, so you go to 9 o'clock. I shout all the way back from 12 o'clock. 6 o'clock, you have to do a really big jump all the way back to 6 o'clock. All right, 2-foot jumps to start, just starting clock face. All right, let's go. So 12 o'clock. Good. 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 10:30. Very good, very good. Back to the middle. Great stuff. Okay, so we'll make it now. All right, we'll do it. So we'll do our left foot to start with. Right, stand on our left foot. I will shout. You will stay on that same foot and time. All right, so I might go 12, 3, 6 on. So do 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Keep visualizing where that clock is around. Let's do it. 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 9 o'clock. That's going to be a big jump over. And 11 o'clock. And 7 o'clock. And back to the middle. Good stuff. Okay, let's change and hop on our right foot now. So we did our left foot, we'll do our right foot. And we'll do exactly the same. Let's go 4 o'clock. And 7 o'clock. Oh, it's a balance challenge. So it's using your brain to think, but it's also using your balancing skills. 2 o'clock. Great stuff. And all the way over to 7 o'clock. and back to the middle. Good stuff. Okay, so now we are going to do the same thing again. All right, but every time we jump, we're going to turn 90 degrees. All right, so if I'm facing the camera, 90 degrees is going to be here or here. Okay, so if I say 1 o'clock, I've got to jump to 1 o'clock, but also turn 90 degrees. When I go 3 o'clock, turn 90 degrees. Just keep turning every time we jump. Okay, 2-footed jumps this time. We'll start in the middle of that clock. 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock. I'm going to speed up a little bit now, so see if we can get our brains moving quickly. 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Okay, one more time. Let's go back to the middle. And this time we'll do a 180. If you want to try, you can do a 360. It's up to you. So either a half turn, so go from one way to the other, or a full spin all the way around. Awesome. If you can do a 540 and go 1.5, try that as well. All right. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 12 o'clock. And one more time, 5 o'clock. Excellent. Good work, guys. Well done. Great stuff. Everybody should be a little bit warmed up now. Okay, hopefully. We're going to move into some animal movements. All right, and then we're going to move into the judo part of our session for today after that. Okay. So we'll start off with, let's have a go at the game we played last week. Okay, as a little bit of another additional warm-up and introduction to judo. Did you remember you played dead ant last week? Okay, if not, don't worry. We'll go over the different positions again. Okay, so Adam will demonstrate. There's going to be about 5 or 6 different animal poses. All right, I'm going to call out those poses, and you basically got to get into that pose as quickly as you can. All right. So the first one we'll do is the turtle. Okay, so turtle is just in a ball on our hands and knees, tucking our head in, just like a little turtle with their head tucked inside their shell. Okay, this is number 1. All right, the next one is called sausage, though, when you lie down straight. Okay, so they're not all animals. So sausage is the next one. So you just lie down, straight line, elbows tucked in like a sausage. Okay, that's the second one. Next one is a doggy. Okay, so dog is on their hands and knees, but it's a happy dog. So it's got its feet up in the air, wagging. So this is like the tail, it's wagging its tail. Okay, this is happy dog. Next one we'll do is pizza. So pizza, slice, on your back with your legs apart like a pizza slice. Think about the triangle shape of a pizza, but you have your legs up in the air. All right, that's pizza. Okay, and the last 2 actually. So dead ant is on your back, okay, with your hands and your feet in the air. This is dead ant. And then dying ant is just got a little bit life left in him. He's just kicking his hands up and down like this. All right. So there's quite a few to remember. Right. Don't worry if you can't remember straight away. You can look at the screen and you can watch Adam to get a bit of a reminder. Okay. So let's start off nice and slow, and we'll speed up as we get more confident. Let's start with a nice easy one. We'll start with dead ant. Sausage. Okay, roll over. Turtle. Happy dog. Pizza. Dying ant. Sausage. Turtle. Happy dog. Okay, mate. So you've got the idea now, hopefully. You've got all those different movements. So this time we're going to turn it into a game. I'm going to try and do it as quickly as you can. So as soon as I shout out the word, the animal or the shape, you've got to get into that position as quick as you can. Okay, I'm going to make it a bit more difficult this time. All right, so I'm going to try and catch Adam out. I'm going to try and catch you guys out. You ready? Get ready, and sausage. Pizza. Dead ant. Dying ant. Happy dog. Sausage. Pizza. Sausage. Turtle. Dead ant. Dying ant. Happy dog. Pizza. Mate. Good stuff. Very, very good. Very good. Give you guys a little bit of a rest. Okay, we'll do a little bit of stretch, okay, while we're resting. So we'll get into the cobra stretch, which Adam will show you. Okay, so you're on your belly, hips on the floor, hands by your side, and you push up, push your chest off the floor, and just look up to the ceiling if you can, or look up high on the wall in front of you. You can make those cobra sounds if you want. So this is the cobra stretch. Right, good stuff. So we're going to go from there into a next stretch. It's a little bit like the turtle, but in yoga it's called a child's pose, I think. So you go back into the turtle, but your hands out in front of you, and you try and stretch as far back as you can. So you're sitting your heels, your hips back onto your heels, and you're keeping your arms out nice and straight, and pushing your chest into the floor. Okay, to give you guys a little bit of a breather. Okay, so I might start this game soon, maybe. I might make you wait. Sausage, pizza, dead ant, happy dog, happy dog. Sausage, happy dog, and mate. Great, well done, guys. Okay, let's do a few more animal movements. Okay, we'll go over the ones. So this time we want to hear lots and lots of noises. So we want to hear your best animal noises for each of these movements. We're going to start with the frog. Okay, the frog is in a squat position like this. We put our hands on the mat and we hop our feet forwards towards our hands. Exactly, just like this. Okay, so we're going to do this just around in whatever space you've got in your lounge. And I want to hear your croaking and your rivets. Adam's going to make his best frog noises. Perfect. We've got some rivets, we've got some croaks, I don't know. Okay, hold that position. All right, the next one, we're going to move into the monkey. So if Adam just rotates around, face the screen. Okay, so monkey is very similar to the frog, but you move sideways. So your hands come across, and then your feet hop across your hands. Demonstrate one. Perfect, just like a monkey. Okay, and we want to hear your monkey noises. Adam's very good at these ones. Keep going, keep going. And mate. Okay, so next one we're going to do, we're going to stand up on our feet. Okay, and this one is called the pelican. All right, and this one's quite good for judo because a lot of judo throws, you actually stand on one feet. So remember, the idea of judo is to throw a partner on their back. Okay, so a lot of judo throws, we do that by standing on one foot. I don't know if you joined us a couple of weeks ago, you would have saw the throw backwards like this. So I'm on one foot here, a little bit like a pelican or a flamingo. All right, so we'll call it flamingo. So all you do, flamingo hops, one foot, you just hop around, keeping your balance, keeping one foot off the floor. Okay, off you go. Flamingo, I don't know. If anyone at home knows what noise a flamingo makes, go on to British Judo's Twitter or Facebook and send us a message, because we don't know. Okay, and swap feet. So if you've done your right foot, do your left foot. If you've done your left foot, do your right foot. And you can hop forward, backwards, side to side. You can do a little twist or a spin in the air if you want. Okay, challenge yourselves to make it as hard as you want for yourselves. Okay, mate, stop there. Right, the next one we'll do, right, this one is Adam's favorite, right, it is the crocodile. So we go down into a low press-up position. So your belly should be very close to the floor, but not resting on the floor, right? The important thing here is that we're hovering off the floor. And we're going to do tiny little steps with our feet and our hands. Just like, think about how short a little crocodile's little legs are. Tiny little steps, off you go. Nice. So body stays nice and straight. Try and keep your hips and your belly off the floor, and you do those little tiny steps with your hands and your feet. Okay, just a short one, this one, because it is pretty tough. This is tough for our core and our shoulders and our arms. And mate. Right, Adam has decided for me. Crocodile is very, very tired. Next one, all right, we'll do is, this will be our last one. So this is a lizard walk, a lizard walk. So it's quite similar to a crocodile. Right? The start position is identical pretty much. All right, so I'll just get down and show you guys. Okay, the difference with this one is, from here, all right, I bring my leg up as close to my hand as I can, but still keeping my hips and my body really close to the floor. So I don't go like this and do, this is a bit more like a bear walk. I stay really close to the floor and bring that foot up, all right? And then my opposite hand goes forward each time, okay? So if my right foot is coming up, my left hand is going forward. And if my left foot is going up, my right hand is going forward, all right? So we'll just do this short again because it's pretty tough. Okay, but try and stay as low to the floor as you can. Okay, and hajime, let's go. Awesome. So really low to the floor. This one's good for your core strength, also your flexibility and your coordination. And mate. Good work, guys. Good work. Okay. All right, so today we're going to have a go at an important part of judo, and it's called ashiwaza. All right, so ashiwaza is any techniques, throws, setups done with our feet. Okay, so they're foot techniques in judo. So if you haven't seen like Karate Kid, all right, judo is very different to karate. One of the things that in one of the Karate Kid movies they do is a foot sweep, all right, and that foot sweep is part of ashiwaza in judo. Okay, so that's kind of a good reference if any of you have seen any of those films. The idea with a foot sweep is you take your partner's legs away from them very, very quickly, like they stepped on a banana skin, and they fall on their back, and that's how you get an ippon, which is a winning score in judo, all right? So it's different than football. You're not kicking your partner. You're actually trying to sweep their feet from underneath them. Okay, that's a very, very key difference. If you do kick your partner in the leg, you'll get a penalty, which gives points to your partner, and you'll actually be losing the fight, losing the match, all right? So we'll start with the basics, all right? And the basics are, keep your feet very close to the ground at all times, and to turn your feet like this, okay? Because just to give you an idea, if I'm against an opponent, okay, I want to try and sweep right on the bottom of my partner's foot. Right, so if Adam just shows you where my foot would make contact, okay, right here on the ankle or the side of the foot, definitely not high up the leg. All right, so if we were just to do it static, my partner doesn't move, I would basically step to the side, sweep that foot would come up, those feet would come together, and my partner would fall on their back. Right? So let's do one a little bit faster to give you an idea how it looks. Obviously, normally I'd have a grip of my partner. So I step to the side, sweep the foot, and my partner goes down. Okay? So when I'm doing the sweep, two things I want you to concentrate on is I keep my feet close to the ground. All right, I don't lift it off the ground, and my sweeping foot stays on the ground. And number two, I turn my foot. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Get a little bit closer. So I don't have my foot flat. I don't have it like I'm kicking a football. I turn it so that the bottom of my foot will make contact with my partner's ankle and the side of their foot. All right, really important. I turn my foot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to step to the side and sweep. Step to the other side and sweep. So if you watch Adam, his foot stays nice and close to the ground, he turns his foot every time. Okay, so if you see from the side, my foot is in front of my standing leg, and it sweeps across like this. Okay, so just have a go at that at your own pace. A way you can tell if it's working is you should be able to hear your feet scraping along the floor or just sliding along the floor. If you can't hear that foot sweep, probably means your foot is off the floor. So you should be able to hear that sweep along the floor. Okay, another 10 seconds. Very nice. And mate. All right, so that's the first two key points. Foot stays on the floor and turn the foot. All right. The next thing I want you to focus on is if you're watching Adam, you would have noticed that he's kind of quite relaxed with his legs, and he kind of bends his legs as he steps side to side. He's not stiff as a board like this. Okay, he's nice and relaxed. It's like he's surfing. Okay, he's like nice and relaxed, his knees are bent, his hips are nice and soft from the side like this. All right, but his back and his body is really upright and strong. Right, like all judo throws, we want to keep our back nice and straight. So we're going to do the same drill again, but you're going to focus on staying nice and relaxed and bending your leg as you step to the side. Okay, so as you sweep, you straighten the leg, you step, you bend the leg, you sweep, you straighten the leg. Okay, nice and relaxed. Okay. I'll give you another 10 seconds, and if you feel comfortable, you can start to speed it up and do it quicker. And you imagine your partners in front of you, they're going to be getting swept every time you sweep that foot across. And mate. Okay. So in a judo contest, all right, often you're moving in all different directions, all right, but the idea is to use your partner's movements against them, all right? If my partner's running towards me, I'm not going to try and hit back like a brick wall. I would use that movement and throw them in that direction. Okay, so you always want to use your partner's movement against them to catch them and break them off balance. So what we're going to imagine now is you've got a grip of your partner's kit. Okay, so you grab sleeve and lapel like this. I've got one hand on the sleeve, one hand on the lapel. Okay, and we are going to skip to the side 2 steps. All right, so imagine our partner's moving with us. Exactly the same as we did before with a sweep, but with 2 steps this time. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so using our partner's sideways movement against them. And hajime, off you go. So our legs stay nice and soft, our feet stay on the floor, we turn our foot every time. So all 3 things we really keep every time with 2 steps in between. Nice. Good work, guys. Another 10 seconds of this. Again, if you want to go a little bit quicker, go a bit faster. I don't know if you can hear on the camera, but I can hear Adam's feet sliding along the floor every single step he takes. He never jumps, he slides along the floor, sweeps along the floor. And mate. Good stuff, guys. Okay, so we've got our feet working in the right way. We've got our legs nice and bent. We've got our feet sliding along the floor, and we've got that movement with our partner. The next ingredient that we need, which is a really, really important one, is the timing of the foot sweep. All right, so if you get the timing wrong, that's when it turns into a bit of a kick. Because you want to catch your partner's feet as they're coming up and their foot's just leaving the floor. Right? If you try to sweep somebody when they're just stood completely solid, you're just going to end up kicking against the leg. It's like trying to kick a tree or trying to foot sweep a tree. Right? So you need to get that timing of just when their foot is coming up. So we're going to do a little bit of a game to practice our timing. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a pair of our socks. Okay, so grab a pair of socks. Adam's got some in his judo kit. I'm going to take mine off. Right, so if you don't have your socks on, quickly go and run and get a pair. But most of you hopefully will have a pair of socks on. You could use teddy bear or even a cushion if you haven't got anything else. Something small and something light. Not a cricket ball, not a brick, not something that's going to really hurt your foot. Okay. And what we're going to try and do now is going to time our foot sweep with this, the drop of this sock. All right. I'm going to drop it onto the floor like this. And I'm going to try and sweep it just as it touches the floor. I'm not going to go, because that's pretty easy, isn't it? All right. I'm going to drop it and try and sweep just as it hits the floor. So what happened then is it landed on the top of my foot and it bounced upwards. So that means I was a little bit too early with the sweep. I'm going to try and get it. That was a pretty good one. Okay, just as it touches the floor. And remember to turn your foot. It's the bottom of your foot touches, that hits that sock. Okay? So we're going to stand both feet together. We're going to aim to drop it directly in the middle of our feet, but a little bit in front of us, so not kind of here. Has to be dropped here. As it falls to the floor, we start to take that side step out, ready to sweep just as it hits the floor. Okay, and try and get it perfect just as it hits the floor. Okay, so you're going to go in your own time, practice at your own speed, because if you get a good connection, that sock might go flying. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to a minute of practice. Okay, all right, off you go, guys. Hajime. Whoa, that was perfect. Perfect from Adam. Perfect. With no practice. Nice. Put the step in. Come on. Oh, a little bit too late that time. I think it bounced off the floor. What do you guys think? Keep going, guys. Keep practicing. Lovely. Lovely. So if you've got the time in, perfect, and that feels easy. Now concentrate on the speed, so kicking it a little bit further, and always making sure we make contact with the bottom of our foot. So that timing's easy for you. Now try and really hit it further, but I'm still turning my foot. Off you go. Nice. Adam's got a theory. Listen up. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot, there's a lot of crossover. Even if you're not a judo player or you're not intending to become a judo player, the skills that you learn in these sessions will help you in other activities. Like Adam said, if you do other sports like dance, where you've got rhythm and timing involved, stuff like this might be a little bit easier for you. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna slightly tweak that and add in a different step. And this would essentially be a different kind of foot sweep, right? So there's lots of different throws in judo. There's hundreds of different throws, and there's actually lots and lots of different ashiwaza as well. Okay, but the one we're going to do now is called the ashibarai, if anyone's interested. So this time, I'm going to stand on my feet a little bit closer together, and I'm actually going to aim to drop that sock directly onto my non-sweeping foot. So if I'm going to sweep with my right foot, I would drop it onto my left foot. Right, so if I just drop, it will hit my toes, right? Obviously, I don't want that to happen. So as I drop, I step back and I sweep with that front foot. I'm going to be really brave now and try it on the other side. So go to drop it. Oh, that was all right, wasn't it? Okay, so just explain one more time. All right, feet together. I'll drop it on my left foot. So I step backwards and I sweep with my front foot. Okay, exactly the same. Foot slides along the floor, foot turns, nice and soft with the legs. All right, so get in position, get your socks, decide which foot you're going to sweep with, look at that foot. Now look at the non-sweeping foot, get that sock over it, ready to drop. Think about what you've got to do. You've got to step back and sweep. All right, let's get ready and hajime. Lovely. Absolutely nailed it. Adam was a little bit late. So if it hits you on the top of the foot, or if you don't make a good connection, you know it's not quite right. Lovely. If it's easy for you on your right foot, try on your left foot, and vice versa. Nice. So it is a challenge. We're challenging your timing, your hand-eye coordination, your hand-foot coordination, and your technique of your foot sweep as well. So there's lots of things going on, but it's all going to help you if you do get on the judo mat and you'd want to do this against a partner. Okay, mate. Excellent work, guys. So just to recap today, we've done ashiwaza. Right? Ashiwaza is a category of throws in judo. Hundreds of different throws. Throw your partner over your shoulder, throw them backwards. You can lift them up with your hips. You can do ashiwaza, which are the foot sweeps. All right, so we've done one kind of ashiwaza, which is one category of throws. If you want to do more, when we get a chance, so keep coming to these sessions every week. Also get down to your local judo club or your school judo club. give it a go. There's so many throws to learn. It's endless. We've been doing judo now for well over 20 years, and we're still learning stuff all the time. So definitely give it a go. Any last words, sir? Hello, Mr. Scotland. Okay, so we come to the end of the time. So we'll let you do your own cool down. If you want to do some stretching, if you want to do a little bit of a jog or something to cool yourself down, go ahead. But we're just about out of time. So great stuff today, guys. Well done. As usual, we'll finish with bows. So we'll stand with our feet together, hands by our side. When I say Ray, we'll just do a little bow. And we'll see you guys next week, where Adam will be in charge. And I will be the one doing the crocodile. Really tired, really out of breath. And you can all laugh at me. And Ray.